Here's your opportunity. There's a village woman whose husband left home a long time ago and has not returned. Her in-laws think that their son is dead and are forcing her to remarry. But she's defying their order because she wants to preserve her chastity.
That's right. Tomorrow night she's going to commit suicide by hanging herself here. And will replace me so that I can be reborn again.
Congratulations! Tonight let me celebrate with you first.
No, I must try to save the woman.
In order to save the woman, Mr. Ying immediately set out to sell his parcel of land on the following day. He obtained 4 liangs of silver and made up a letter from the daughter-in-law's husband and sent it to her home along with the silver. The parents-in-law, they noticed that the letter was not in their son's handwriting. But upon examining the silver, they found that the silver was indeed genuine. And as such, they did not insist on forcing their daughter-in-law to remarry. Therefore, the daughter-in-law did not commit suicide, and her husband returned home eventually, and it was a happy union.
Well done! Mr. Ying not only saved the woman, but also her marriage. It's really a good deal.
Later, Mr. Ying heard the ghosts speaking to each other again.
Originally, I was able to leave this place for rebirth, but my chance got messed up by Mr. Ying.
Why don't you inflict some harm on him?
No, I can't. His goodness and virtue has been recognized by the Supreme God, and he's going to receive a prominent position in the future. How can I harm him?
After hearing this, Mr. Ying became even more diligent in practicing kindness and accumulating merit. Whenever there was a famine, he would use his own money to buy food for the poor and the needy. And he was always eager to help those in emergencies. When things did not go his way, he always reflected within himself rather than complain of the outside world. Even today, his descendants are still very prominent. Another example is Kong Si Tu, who lived in Jiaxing County, Zhejiang Province. Mr. Tu used to work in the courthouse and would spend nights in the prison cells talking with the inmates. Whenever he found anyone to be innocent, he would write a classified report to the judge informing him of innocent cases. The judge would then question the prisoners accordingly and clear the case. Through Mr. Tu's efforts, more than 10 innocent people were released, and all of them were extremely grateful to him. Soon after, Mr. Tu also made a report to the emperor recommending that investigators be sent to check the prisons for innocent people every 5 years, and that the sentences could be reduced or cancelled in order to prevent the innocent from remaining in prison. The emperor agreed to Mr. Tu's suggestion, and he was chosen as one of the special agents in charge of reducing sentences for those who might be innocent. One night, Mr. Tu dreamed of a deity who told him, "You are not supposed to deserve a son in this life, but this act of reducing prison sentences for innocent people is in line with the wishes of heaven. You will be bestowed with 3 sons, and they will all attain high positions." Soon after that, his wife gave birth to 3 healthy sons, Ying Xun, Ying Kun, Ying Jun, who all became senior government officials. Another example of attaining good outcomes from practicing kindness is someone who is a distant family of our Yuan clan.
Is it so? Who is he then?
He is Ping Bao, who lived in Jiaxing. Ping was the youngest of the 7 sons of the magistrate of Qizhou, Anhui province. He was sought into marriage by the Yuan family at Pinghu County. Ping Bao was very knowledgeable and talented, but he was never able to pass the exams. Once, while traveling on one of his many journeys to Lake Liu, he was caught in very heavy rain.
Here you are, Master.
Amitabha, Mr. Bao.
Abbot, I don't have the heart to allow the statue of Guanyin Bodhisattva to be defaced by the rain and dust. Could you use these 10 liangs of silver to have the temple repaired?
Oh, I'm sorry. Repairing the temple involves a big project, and your silver is insufficient for this purpose, so I'm afraid that it is very difficult to fulfill your wish.
Master, don't give any more. This is a whole family belongings.
As long as the statue of Guanyin Bodhisattva remains undamaged, I don't care if I have to go without clothes. Abbot, please take my humble offering.
Amitabha, to give up money and clothing isn't a difficult deed to accomplish, but your deep sincerity is truly rare and precious to encounter. Amitabha.
Please don't mention it. I have to make a move now. Thank you.
After the temple was repaired, Ping Bao led his father over to visit and spend the night there as well. That night, Ping dreamed of the Dharma protector of the temple who had come to thank him, saying to him that since he had accumulated these merits and virtues, his children and descendants would enjoy having imperial appointments for generations. Later on, his son and grandson both passed high examinations and were appointed as senior imperial officers. Tianqi, there is real goodness and false goodness, honest goodness and crooked goodness, hidden goodness and visible goodness, seeming goodness and unseeming goodness, improper goodness and proper goodness, half goodness and full goodness, big goodness and small goodness, and finally, difficult goodness and easy goodness. These different types of goodness each have their own reason, which should be carefully learned and understood. If we practice kind deeds,